There was the Y Camp up at Mount St. Helens on Spirit Lake, and Bill got me involved in going up there, and every year for several years we'd go up and close down the Y Camp. And there was a Pelton Wheel up above the Y Camp that was used to generate electricity, and I got a thorough engineering education in how Pelton Wheels worked.
Which was a dam that I think Bill may have helped build the dam up at the Y Camp, high on the hill. They packed the concrete up, and they had a pipe running down to a wheel that it took to a generator and would produce the power.
Dad really enjoyed the Pelton Wheel and really helped evolve the controls for it. It used to be that you had a governor on it. It would sense the speed of the Pelton Wheel, and if it was slowing down, get more load, it would turn a gear and the valve would open more and the thing would pick up speed again, but it wasn't very quick reacting. And so if you drop the load suddenly, it would speed up faster than the valve would go in and the blow fuses. And so Dad helped in coming up with a system where they didn't govern it. They just took full load off of it, and then any extra power is diverted to some electric water heaters that help preheat the water for the camp and save the camp on propane, and they didn't have any more blown fuses.
Part of going up there every year would be to put the electrical power lines back up. In a couple of years, I think you guys went along too. We took the kids up there and made it a family camp, but we worked our butts off up there to get the Y Camp cleaned up.
She said something like, if we were going to go live at the YMCA camp with a kid in diapers, which I assume it's me, that she needed a washing machine. So Dad built a Briggs & Stratton lawnmower engine and tied it to the transmission of a washing machine.
It was far more power than it needed, and it shook her as it was using it. It would fire it up, and it would really wash the clothes, kaboosh, kaboosh. And as things fell off of the engine, like the governor, Sue would put them up in a pile, and the thing kept running, but without the governor, the engine ran at whatever speed it wanted to, and you could see the stress on that thing each time it would make a slosh.
It was moving with quite vigor. It would shake and just, and it just seemed like a very dangerous thing. It didn't have a shell around it. It was just the tub, the transmission, and some water accessories.
The clothing came out all raggedy and stuff, but it was very clean. And I thought I was going to get to that one of these days, but there were so many things going on, so I just go ahead and wash the clothes in it. And she kept throwing parts up on the pile there, and I figured, well, it's running without those parts now. Let's just keep it going. And at the end of the thing, we had electricity, and I think we just jumped the washing machine. It was kind of a joke there that the washing machine was way overpowered.
We also went on hikes. I remember going on a hike where you'd hike around the north end of the lake, and you would go to Harmony Falls, and then you would hike a little more south, then you'd climb up the ridge, and you'd climb up over the ridge to a road, and then we hiked to Mead Lake, and we stayed at Mead Lake. And I remember when we got back from YMCA camp one time, I told Dad we went to Mead Lake. He says, yeah, we know where Mead Lake is, and then we ended up going to Mead Lake a couple times.
When I was really young, and I wasn't old enough to carry a backpack yet, we went to Mead Lake with the full family, and we took Duffy with us, and it was only a quarter of a mile, half a mile into, from where we parked to Mead Lake, but it was a lot of fun, hiking. It was my first hiking experience. We had Duffy there, beautiful lake.
Crystal clear. There was a big log sitting at an angle like this, and the only person I ever remember seeing going and swimming out to it was Dad. That water was cold. But and then I remember he found a small raft and paddled it across the lake. When we were there with some people, and I can't remember who, but they got him a little statue of a guy paddling a raft. It was a good place to camp. Big tall trees around it. There are no big tall trees there now.